Another beautiful and sunny day. And you see where is that? That is Mangrove. And we're going and catch some crabs today. The sea crab is going to be running, so I'm not sure. Right now tide is actually dropping, so I'm going to run in there as quick as possible and see how I can get. If you see how the tide is actually dropping, and see if I can get some crab. It's actually daylight. Place is really bright. Inside here has been really
one big freak
inside these mangroves has been real crazy. So I'm gonna see how best I can capture today's thing. I'm gonna give you a live capture on how these mangroves is. So just to let you all know, right, when a crabman call you price dog and you all see after this video how inside here is, you're gonna understand the because inside here is really crazy. Besides all that though, the mosquito inside here is going to be a different kind of scenario inside here. Alright, so we don't waste time. There we go. Just to mention with you guys, I'm heading inside here alone, and this is something that I wouldn't advise anyone to go into a mangrove alone. Like really easy. If it is you don't know, because basically go with somebody that is experienced. I've been running crab in this mangrove for like about since 15 to 20 years now, so I think I missed one right here now. Jesus Christ. So now I'm approximately 5 to 10 minutes in this hunt, and the crab is not running. But what I notice from the distance, when I climb up on those mangrove roots, I can see the crabs waving and they are running down in their holes really quickly. So that means that they are on the edge of running very soon. But nevertheless, these muds is such a crazy thing, because 5 to 10 minutes I'm already blowing, I'm tired. Side of it. So in a few I'm getting an easy pick, one crab that I'm seeing. What happened is, as you see, they are just darting out. But some of these crabs, they are just lazy. But and the mangrove here is actually really hard. So to get into the mangrove and get these crabs out is such a challenge. And not even to mention if it is that you get clipped. You know what's happening there? So if you notice under my left knee that there's a crab, and I saw another one trying to run down the side of the hole there. So you get it 2 for the price of 1.
Oh yes.
Got to be quick on it though. As you can see from the distance that I see that crab that run inside of the hole. And you gotta be quick on it. Big fellas. Two for the price that one. Right now it's relics. I said this mangrove like for about a good few hours. And the crab on them are running. They're just there. You see them at all. Understand? I have a river there, right outside low. Whew. Tired boy. Tired. I'm walking through a piece of bank here. So inside this piece of river here could be deadly. There are some skim one anyway, but we just take another run south. Come back out now. Pick off some of that mud. Small catch today, real small catch, but it's still better than nothing. I have a coconut bag inside here now too. But you can see, you catch small. Let's see if we can get any walking back out. So these footprints that you are seeing here, I'm not sure the camera is picking it up though. But you see how big this paw is here? That is capybara. So there's a lot of capybara inside of here though. Bro, if you see the side of that croc that's jumping inside the water. One big freaking came on. Huh? Ah. I'm ready, boy. Please. Oh God! Woo. Look how deep you want now. Woo. Dialects. Woo. I can't take out this camera to show them my face now. But yeah, that is it. That's when they're down in the hole and they're really running, and you had to get them. Alright, there you go again. A capybara. Go and see how close I can get it, so I can show you all. Unfortunately, the capybara literally saw me and just tossed it. So I thought I would have got a closer footage of the capybara, but it was a really, really huge one. Look at fighting over there. Battling down in the corner there. No fighting. No fighting. We next time was fighting. Take you right here. Read it. I want no fighting. No fighting. Thing is, when they're fighting, I just see they're gone. So why sometimes better to hunt them in the night. But see what? We will still make it do. You understand? So, one thing though, when you come running like this, you just stop and watch. Watch and see what's going on. You make less noise. You understand? You watch from the distance. See what little slight movement just in. Oh yes, father tired. Oh Jesus Christ! The cover sinking to my leg. Woo. This is what we call hard man. Hard mangrove. But we like it, so we can see what's going on. Nice. So back out, me alone. I don't know what kind of small rod and I still get something. I'm taking that. Understand? Very hard run today, very hard run, very hard run. But yeah, I'm not sure if I'm gonna catch and cook, but oh yeah, that's how it is outside here. That's how the life is when they catching crab. Nice too bad. Alright, so that's the catches. Not here, and these are all looking at the one on there. So I'm gonna deal with them there one time, and these is the add on to the portion inside here. See that is proper catch to add on to my next section here until further notice. So yo, it was really good. One man outside was a hard piece of man, but yo, you still looking a little healthy at the end of the day, alright? Function. So we continued from yesterday. Yesterday we catch them, but today we're gonna cook them because it got a little too late yesterday, so you know what I mean? We had to follow it up with some nice menu today. Alright, you're going to see that menu in a second, right? So this is what we have in here. We separate some of them from here, and we have some here. As you can see, this is the nice, see this is the fellas, them who does, you want to play hard to catch. You understand? Hard to catch, and some nice ones there. Alright, so now we're going to unburst the back, we're going to clean them up real nice, and afterwards we're going to head them down to a nice spot. Everybody like crab and dumpling, but I will show you all what it is that I like. Alright, here we go. Nice. Gonna hold this one right here. Nice press alongside one of the gundy. Put my finger really close to the head of the shell and to the bottom of the gundy. Here, and you're pulling and you're pushing. It's gonna be like that. Put a little pressure and you hear that click. Yeah. Ooh. Remember, put that piece of head there, boy. And that's it. And then you see how underneath the shell is like that? That is male crab. And when I'm going to catch crab, we strictly hold only male. Only male. We don't like to hold female because those are the ones to replenish back the mangroves. And we don't use nets. We run them down as you see in the video and we catch them. Yeah? Nice, too bad. Alright, so we're gonna crack a few more boxes of them. There you go. For me, it's one of the sweetest. This is in the top two tier. This and Syrup. Nice. So, finish burst these crabbacks. So what I personally love to do is like to kill them first, and sometimes they still have a little bit of life. So while they're cleaning up their foot, sometimes they like to drop off their foot. They like to drop off their gun. They like to leave them to die for about 5 minutes or so, and then deal with them, clean out the foot. So you know, feed these other crab here so they could actually have a more life to cook for another day. So let me get right into it and get some cleaning. Get right into it. So see, these foot's on them. This foot's small, so it doesn't have much meat in these foot really. So I just cut them by the joint right there. I have to cut them down in the side, the center here. Perfect. This some part of this crab is actually be a sweet part, eh? So I don't know. No worry, I take the toothbrush after and get through the little spaces and them after you done scrape it. So look at that. Now done clean. Now we're going through with our fine brush now to get the edges and make sure everything perfect. You just sit down there and you start to chew up on that piece of and you see a piece of mud. You know what going on there? You're vexing. I didn't cut this one gandhi. And one thing I like to do is make sure you cut the top of the gandhi here so the nice sweet sauce and whatever seasoning you put in could marinate inside the meat and say, okay, I have the flavor. Where yourself telling you there. Cut gandhi like that. Perfect. Perfect. Look at that. Nice, very clean detail. You can see that gandhi. Very nice. Ooh, so now you're just going back at you one by one. Put it inside that bowl, and after that, you know what coming next? Season and nice, too bad. Right, so this is optional, but I like to just throw a little bit of seasoning on the crab itself, so to let it marinate in the meat itself. But while I'm cooking it, I like to use fresh seasoning, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna get that. So we have one thing with this though, I like to cut the nice soft leaves on them so it cooks really nice. The leaves on them what now coming out is proper leaf on them to use. And to educate some people, right? Because a lot of people they don't know. Alright, so let me show you how you just tell the difference between dashing leaf and edos. Dashing leaf, you almost see that in the center of it, that purple thingy thing, and edos on the other hand. Think of some edos plant right there. They look like that, straight out, no kind of purple thing at the center of the leaf. You understand? So you know it's basically edos patch. So that's a little tip there you can understand what went on there. Alright, so let me get some batches and analyze it. Look at that. Magnifico. Here. Some batches be kind of nice. What? That's some nice thing cutting up there. Okra, pumpkin, some garlic, and some onion there, boy. Amazing. Okra, one of the main ingredients. And make sure you have your okra. So check your okra. Soft okra, break it up. So break easy. So you know we have some nice soft okra. So get some okra real hard. And when it is you put it inside it, you have to think about it and then swallow it. Alright, so you see, cut up some of this now. So you see, you have some fresh, you get it fresh banana here in my garden. Some fresh save. Oh god, these snails and them is pests, but these washing up properly. So, save, and we have some fresh celery here. So, fuck them are nice. Alright, some rice here. An ingredient most people just forget when they're putting they're cooking the rice. Salt. Make sure. So you have this thing here. I'm gonna get up now and we had a crab on like corn. Right. So you see we have everything here. We have pimento, we have garlic, we have okra with some thyme, on the side we have celery side, some garlic here, we have some nice sweet pumpkin, and we have dashing dish here. Alright? Almost forget, and top it off the beautiful crab there. Nice. There you go. Some butter.
We had our cooking there. You know, you're gonna add some pimento. And add some onion. Now leave that to cook up there, nice and good. Let that natural flavor and everything. Let's see. I'm going to get my headlight so you all can see what's going on in that pot. Now you're going to add this. Now that proper thing. We call that the okra, boy. Okra. Nice. So that will turn up this. And we adding the pumpkin, you know. Nice. Adding the side inside of it. Jesus Christ. Now ready to go pepper. As I say, you have a small pot. So there yeah, and shadow them. Make sure you get them thing inside it. Salt. Coconut milk. Make sure I cover it nice. And you let the sweat part of it, and after that you'll come back. Nice. Now finish strain some rice. The rice inside, and we launch up that. Oh my! You can smell that. So it will turn up there. So see, make sure it has stick in it and water in the bottom there. Nice to ball. Nice to ball, yep. What about that? What about water to do now? Yeah, and that is it. Nice. Now you look in it. Maybe they show some now eat. You see. Nice. So that's it. Evening pickup. Night. And we have some nice Callaloo and crab. Perfect. The only thing I didn't get was the swizzle that Callaloo is just because that pot was ram. That's nevertheless though, amazing, tastes really good. Can I say anything for better than this? Well, full video, a full experience of everything. Catch, cook, clean, and now we eating. Alright? Well, stick. Play next one.